There has been a lot written lately about people leaving Florida, and for very good reason. Many people have moved to Florida or have spent their entire lives in Florida, and now, well, let's just say they are less than enamored by all of our sunshine and warm weather. Today we're discussing a number of reasons why people are leaving Florida. And no, these are not just reasons that I came up with. I decided to do a little bit of research, talked to a lot of friends that I know, people that I met 7 years ago that moved here about the same time I did. They've left. I also was on some Facebook groups, and there were a lot of comments about why people are leaving Florida. And the number one reason, well, it might just surprise you, but one of the things that I heard over and over again, and I read lots of comments on, are how much our healthcare system is lacking in Florida compared to other states. Whether it's just trying to find a primary care physician when moving to Florida or scheduling an appointment. I know people that have told me that they constantly are trying to find doctors that are even taking new clients. I actually have a friend that lived here in Sarasota, moved a little further north due to a job transfer, and she still uses her primary care physician here locally because she cannot find a physician in the Tampa Bay area that she can even get into. Luckily, she's only an hour away and can make that drive. Now, when I moved here 7 years ago, it did take me a bit to find a doctor that I really liked. And now I feel very blessed to have someone that I can rely on. Although my experience with specialists has not been quite so good. And also, we talk a lot about healthcare, but the insurance is part of that too. And I can tell you again, my own experience, my doctor, my primary care had always accepted my insurance until 1 year ago. And at this time, I'm actually self-paying to go to the doctor because I can't find another doctor that will take my insurance that I can get into. So healthcare is definitely a major reason people are leaving the Sunshine State. And the number two reason, well, we talk about this a lot. It's insurance cost. And today I'm not talking just about homeowners insurance, I'm talking about car insurance as well. Florida has an absorbent number of uninsured drivers, which causes our insurance to go up. And that's just one factor our premiums are higher. Another factor is, of course, we do have a lot of tourism in Florida. And with tourism and drivers that are not familiar with our roadways and streets and additional traffic, we just have more accidents on the roadways. We also have a higher number of drivers over the age of 65, which again, unfortunately, can contribute to higher number of traffic accidents. And all of this just keeps making our car insurance go up. And also, hurricanes. I know when you think of hurricanes and weather, you think of your homes, but it also does contribute to the loss of vehicles if a major hurricane comes in and floods our area. So all of these factors contribute to the cost of car insurance, and it is another reason why people are just tired of Florida. Number three is cost of living. Now, there are a number of overwhelming comments on Facebook and Instagram and all the platforms that state the cost of living in Florida has just become too much for individuals. Now, we all know that there's so many states in the last 3 years, the home values have just risen exponentially. And here in Florida, in the past 3 years, unfortunately, our housing costs have almost doubled. And that is whether you live in Orlando, Tampa, Miami, or here in Sarasota and Manatee counties, our home values greatly have risen. And people have always believed that Florida was a pretty affordable state, and it was very sought out after for empty nesters and snowbirds looking to escape winters. Well, today, Florida is not just for a little bit older population. We are seeing so many large corporations, entrepreneurs, individuals that are working from home. So many people are moving to Florida, and it is driving our prices higher and higher. And you may ask yourself, well, if the cost of living is getting so high, why are people even moving there in the first place? Well, there are still a number of people nationwide and around the globe that love Florida for our mild winters and also to escape snow and ice and freezing cold temperatures, but also to avoid state income tax. And so we are finding that although our cost of living is high, we are still getting people that are moving here. Now, if you're a business owner, the tax savings alone may offset the cost of living here. And as we age, the financial benefits become a real advantage. For instance, no state income tax, but also no inheritance tax. That means we're not going to be paying taxes on our Social Security benefits, our pensions, our IRAs. And so, as you can see, this is pros and cons. You really have to weigh out what the cost benefits are if you're moving to Florida or leaving Florida. Now, of course, number 4, now weather, of course, plays a major factor in why so many people are leaving Florida. I know people that are saying they just can't take the heat any longer, or they just miss the seasons. And I will admit, the first fall that I was here, I definitely missed and was a little homesick for sweater weather and for the beautiful turning of the leaves. And I know that that's really important. And so as Floridians, we love it when the temperatures change, although it's just for a short amount of time. And I do tell people, even though we are very hot, the difference in the summer is negligible. It's really the heat of August and September that are a little offsetting. And also when it comes to weather, I've heard so many people say they just don't enjoy the threat of hurricanes anymore, or they've lived through 2 or 3 hurricanes, or their home was flooded once and having to repair and replace everything was just too much. They're just done with Florida and all the havoc that a storm can cause. Okay, number 5, well, Florida has not been known for its high wages. Low wages are definitely a factor in why people are leaving Florida. Now, Florida's always been known for tourism, agriculture, construction, and that plays a very important role in our job market. However, the average hourly wage is so much lower than many states. And although we are seeing a shift in the job market and we're seeing a lot of skilled trades come into Florida, so although we're having all these major businesses come to the area, the average salaries, the average hourly wage, they are still so much less than many other states to our north or to the Midwest or even on the West Coast. And I've talked to some friends of mine, again, that are in medical, that are in legal, insurance, and that have moved here from out of state, and they have assured me that fact is very true, that they're not making the same as they were making in other states. So wages are another major factor in why people are leaving Florida. The number 6 reason people are leaving Florida, well, it's just hard to find good contractors and good help, and you don't know who to trust. And Florida is a little bit known for its scams and not being able to find reliable contractors. I know so many people that would love to update their homes or do a little work around their homes, whether it's remodeling a kitchen or a bathroom, and you just don't know who to call, or you call 3, 4, 5 people to come and give you bids and estimates. And although they may be very reputable, to get on their schedule might be 6 months, or they just can't get to you, and so you're just waiting and waiting. I get requests for contractors for my clients all the time. I do have a list of people that I work with, but again, I never know if they're going to be backed up, how long it's going to take to get in there, or what they're going to be charging. So finding reliable contractors and not feeling like you're going to be scammed is another reason people are leaving Florida. And the last reason I want to talk about is our politics. Now, during the pandemic, we got call after call of people telling us they're moving to Florida because they loved our governor. Well, here we are now, almost in 2024, and that love for our governor may have shifted just a little bit with some people. Whether it's because of education or healthcare or just not as enamored with Florida in general, politics in Florida have definitely become a little bit more polarizing, and people are deciding whether they really like it or they really don't. And people are saying goodbye to Florida due to politics. So if you'd like more information on moving to Florida or leaving Florida, please let us know. Give me a call, send me an email, and let us know how we can help with any of your real estate needs. Thanks for watching, and as always, take care.